This is absolutely crazy. News has come in that another earthquake has struck Bouvet Island, this time a 5.2 magnitude earthquake. Now, yesterday I created a video about how Hurricane Beryl is not the earliest Category 5 hurricane in history. This is a very important fact to take note of because news, media, and the powers that be are using Hurricane Beryl to try to sell global warming. They are saying, look, the waters in the Atlantic are heating up a lot faster than they used to, creating these monsters, these monster hurricanes. That not only has a Category 5 hurricane happen this early, but it also rapidly intensified from a depression to a Category 5 in 48 hours. So this is being blamed on the negative impacts of climate change and global warming, except that we saw on June 21st on Ventusky, coming directly out of Bouvet Island was an air pressure so low that it matched the levels of a Category 5 hurricane, if not greater, rapidly intensifying over the course of 48 hours until dissipating to the east. Not only that, there was a nice sized earthquake around the same time where this hurricane traveled to, a 5.6 magnitude earthquake. And as I stated in my previous video, a hurricane can indeed trigger an earthquake. Well, as of this morning, another earthquake had struck the location of Bouvet Island. They are saying that this is not an aftershock from the previous 5.6 magnitude earthquake, that this is its own earthquake. A strong 5.2 magnitude earthquake was reported on July 3rd, 2024 at 7:17 a.m. GMT time. This 5.2 magnitude earthquake was reported in the South Atlantic Ocean, 380 kilometers west of Bouvet Island, in the exact same location that the 5.6 magnitude earthquake was reported on June 29th. There is definitely something happening on Bouvet Island. Some major activity is happening on this island. And while this island has had earthquakes in the past, it has never had anything like this before. There happens to be another problem, and I had forgotten all about this, but back on June 7th, there was another earthquake in this exact same location, a 5.2 magnitude earthquake. So in the exact same month, in the exact same location, Bouvet Island, we have 3 earthquakes measuring over 5.0. To put into perspective, the last earthquake to strike Bouvet Island that was greater than 4.0 was over 5 years ago. And yet we have 3 earthquakes back to back in less than a month measuring over 5.0. So what exactly is taking place on Bouvet Island? I would love to know what is taking place on this island, because if we do figure that out, then that would answer a lot of questions. People have said to me, Minutes of Horror, if you want to know so bad what's going on over on Bouvet Island, why don't you buy a boat and travel over there? And you know, that's not a bad idea. I am just crazy enough to do that. I'll go ahead and live stream the whole thing, and we will call it Minutes of Adventures to Bouvet Island. What I'm very interested in is a little northwest of Bouvet Island. A little northwest, we can see an antenna pattern. This is not something natural or made by nature. Now, there are ships that do measure the waters and they do produce lines, but they are usually straight lines. So what is this? What is this antenna-like shape northwest of Bouvet Island? There are just so many questions as to what's taking place on or around Bouvet Island. But one thing is for certain, something is indeed happening on this island. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.